From the heart of the city to the stories shaping our streets, this is where truth meets culture and voices are finally heard, covering breaking news, exclusive interviews, and the moments that matter most, bringing you closer to the people, the power, and the pulse of the community. This isn't just news, this is real life, unfolding in real time. You're now watching KJS News and Entertainment, hosted by Cario Jackson Savage, alongside Daniel Harrelson, Rain Pearson, and Raven DeLuca, all brought to you under the direction of our producer, Jazuri Morrison. Stay locked in, because the story starts now.
What's up, Chicago? We're back in the studio here on the talk show. We got some special guests tonight. As always, our co-host, Daniel. Daniel, how you doing today?
Doing good. How about yourself?
I'm doing good. Glad you're here, my guy. And then we have a really special guest from the city of Chicago, Miss Valentino. How are you doing today, ma'am?
I'm doing good. What's good?
Nothing much. You've had a lot going on this year. You've been moving really fast. You have multiple businesses. You recently just got married. How is life going?
Oh my God, it's amazing. I'm a woman that's been through a lot of things. And so I know what it feels like to lose, to cry in silence, to carry pain. But now, I'm winning again after I lost so much.
I hear that. In a city like Chicago, where the streets can turn messy really fast, there are people who don't just witness the impact, they live it every single day. And tonight, we're sitting down with someone I definitely believe understands the intersection of all of it. You're not only a funeral home director, you also own other businesses. You're a leader, a parent of 12, and someone building an empire while navigating the reality of life in Chicago. We got a couple of questions for you today, if that's okay with you.
Absolutely. Bring it on. I'm ready.
So, you own a couple of businesses. Tell us how that's been building that up in Chicago with the current atmosphere.
Oh my God, it's been hard. Going through the contracts, seeing what percentage of money's going here, what percentage of money's going there. And so, I would say it's thriving. I'm surviving in a space where most people couldn't even stand in for 5 minutes. So, we're doing good right now. 4 businesses, and all of it's in me and my husband's name. So, we know where the money's going.
That's awesome. Business-wise, you are thriving right now. You're not just opening a business, but you're thriving. Is it uncomfortable knowing that with the funeral home, it is built upon so many losses in the city of Chicago?
I used to think about that a lot. I would say sometimes, we don't ever celebrate loss over here. I just look at it like I'm just the one that God trusted to help families through it. So it ain't celebrated. I just think I'm anointed and appointed for my position. So I'm good. But no, it's a sad thing. But we think that there's a greater ending on the other side.
Absolutely. So I have a question for you. Have you ever had to handle someone you knew personally, and how did that affect you mentally?
I try to not mix family or friends in my business, because that right there, that'll break you if you let it. So you got to learn how to grieve and still be strong for everybody else in that situation. So I hope I answered your question correctly. It's been hard. I just lost my father-in-law right after my wedding. So it hasn't been easy the last couple of days. So it's a lot. It's a lot of weight that you got to carry on your shoulders.
Absolutely. And I commend you for that. And my condolences to the loss and you and the family there.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, same here. My condolences to you and your family. So once again, you don't run just one business. You have multiple. What other businesses do you and your husband own?
Thank you. So we have a maternity clinic. We have the church. We have Pearls. And we also have a therapist building that's being built, and we're about to build a house for the homeless very shortly. So there's a lot of things that we're doing. There's a lot of work that goes behind it. So we'll be in 5 businesses or 6 businesses soon, but we just keep building. We want to make sure that anything that we do is well planned out. So he's right for the job.
Absolutely, and we love what you're doing for Chicago. Now, which business is your biggest focus right now, and which one actually brings in the most pressure?
The funeral home, because, we like to think that we offer the cheapest prices. That's one. But then 2, I have to get up there. I got to preach. I got to make sure that the hearse is there. We got to make sure that everything is right. We got to pick up the families. We got to get, speak to them, figure out what's going on, what type of person they were. So it's a lot of work that goes into it. And if you do service bad one time, you'll lose a lot of business. So pick it up, I got I kick my shoes off and I give them what I got.
Be honest, did you build this from the ground up, or did you have the early support system play in a major role?
So for me, I come from Baltimore. So I come from Baltimore. I came to Chicago because my mother died when I was 2 years old. So I had my father, and as I was actually pregnant, very, and he uses NIL money, and that's what we lived off of. And so we took that money and we just to flip it into something better. So I would say, through God's grace and mercy, he was able to push us through. So it's his starter funds, really, through the NIL college. If it wasn't for that, I don't know where we'd be.
Okay, all right. So, would you happen to be hiring, and how many people actually last in this line of work?
Oh, I have 12 kids. So I look at it like everybody say they're ready until they see what it really takes. I have money back. I gotta leave it behind. So no. I don't right now. I don't mind hiring outside the family, but I have no interest for it right now. I want them to see what we built down the line. So not right now, no hiring, but my kids can see firsthand how hard it takes to maintain these businesses. So no thanks.
I heard that sometimes too many hands in the pot can cause it to stir a little too much. Is there any behind the scenes drama though, like style conflict, burnout, or people just walking out in the middle of a service or in the middle of a homegoing service?
Do you mean like the employees? Like, my family?
Yeah.
I think the job in itself can be depressing sometimes. Caskets, everybody's crying and stuff like that. So you don't want to, it's depressing for anybody. I wouldn't say they walk out. I say we all push through. But there are definitely some times after that where we have to kind of come together and be like, you know what, let's take a break. I will turn down services sometimes because it's just not for me. I just turned one down Tuesday. It's not for me. I couldn't do it. And if I can't give you 100%, I'm not going to be able to preach. I'm not doing it.
Absolutely. I agree with that. So, some people say funeral homes overcharge families in their worst moments. What do you have to say about that?
It's simple. People can say what they want. But until you've had to comfort a mother burying her child, don't question how I run my business. It's a lot that goes into it. My emotions, I don't fake it. I ain't no raggedy-daggedy preacher. I give it everything I got. And if they can't afford it, we'll work with them. But baby, you have some people walking there like, they're a millionaire. They're ready to spend whatever you need to spend. But I got a family to feed too. So that's how it works.
Yeah. Sometimes I think people just forget to be realistic. I understand the part of you grieving, but sometimes we forget that everything does cost at the end of the day. You're raising 12 kids. How is the day-to-day outside of being a business owner, but being a mother?
I still have to take care of me. So 12 kids is a ministry by itself. I still have to take time when I have to do things for me. My kids are grown now. We have a few that still stay around. But my oldest child is 24 years old. So I don't stress myself out over it. But I got to put myself first sometimes, and I still got to take care of my man. So I don't have time for all of the marriage drama. I don't stress myself out over 12 kids. And, at the rate we go, we might be at 13 by the night. So who knows?
I know that's right. Considering, 12 kids, how do you keep them on the right path in the city like Chicago?
Pray for them. I don't feel like we are our kids' biggest inspirations. They go to school. They hang around people. They know what home stands and what I mean. I love them all. But whatever they do, they know where I'm rooted. I'm rooted in God. So I have tough love for all of them. They know it. But I don't know. I don't try to think about them doing bad things. But if they do, I'll have their back. But I just, life can be life sometimes for them. So I pray for them. That's all I can do.
You're about to become a grandparent, but your son won't be around for the birth because he's away at college. How is that sitting with you? Are you nervous for him in that experience? Are you happy, sad? What emotions are you going through right now?
Here's the thing. My son's been gone for a while, so I'm trying to do the math in my head of if the baby really is his. That's the first thing.
Ooh.
The second thing is I want him to get his degree. They know they can, if the baby is, once the baby's born, we'll be able to FaceTime him and stuff like that. But it's a lot to get him back and forth because he's learning overseas. So this is sit right with me. Not originally, because I had just found out. But we came to an agreement, and then we have a doctor's appointment we have to go to soon. Just to make sure that everything's okay. But we'll take care of the baby. Until he can return. That's fine. No biggie.
Do you think your success and the success of your family has anything to do with this child?
I gotta be careful what I say. Success will cost you something. The question is, are you willing to pay that price? So I always tell my kids all the time, be careful who you lay down with. But I believe every child is intentional, so I never take the stress out of the anger out of it. I reached out to my son the other day, and he said, "Ma, I know." He said, "But I promise, I'm gonna get that degree, and that's all that matters to me. I'll show them the entire way of the rest of their life. I just want them to get that degree. That's all."
You mentioned that in your younger years, you had to live off your partner's support while you were in school. How important is that?
I wouldn't have been able to do it when back then I needed help. I'm not ashamed of that because that support carried me to where I stand today. So there's times when, we had to carry each other, but, we believe he's the man of the house. So, he did his part and I made up elsewhere, but I would say deep down inside that I feel good because we made it. We just closed up on our second house. Just closing our second house this morning. So we good as go.
Okay. Now that you're a dean of an academy, that's a full circle moment. Do you feel like you've paid that support back?
I'm very fucking proud of myself for bouncing back. I didn't think I would do it. And that's why I give back every chance that I get, because I remember what it felt like to need somebody. So full circle moment, because I made it. So I'm good.
A lot together, you and your husband. You built a life, a family, a business together. But has the pressure ever tested your marriage?
No. The good thing about when we started this thing is that we had his sisters, my sister-in-laws. They made everything so easy. Our wedding, they planned that. They did a lot, and so they do a lot. And so even our kids, that's if we're gonna go through something, we're going to the sisters. We ain't running the social media, because that's the first thing people wait for. So I totally feel like without his sisters, we would have went through a lot of things, but they made it much easier for us. So, we made it through. It creates tension sometimes, though, but when roles shift, feeling shifts, you gotta work through it.
I know that's right. So has your partner ever asked you to slow down or step away from the businesses? Things get tough, or you maybe notice you're stressed out or something like that?
Yeah. Early on, I didn't give my kids. We was working so hard, and I was on the road, working, traveling back between here in Baltimore. So my kids early on, I was just working. I owe my kids my life. So now, yeah. I'm good now. I don't show up to every party and everything. You might see me here and there. You might see Pastor here and every day, but yeah. He don't play that, and I don't play it now. My family's first. Everything else is second.
From your perspective, we really want to dig deep into this one. You see the real impact of what happens in Chicago. What are you thinking right now with these mayor candidates? Are they actually addressing the problem, or do you think they're just gonna talk the talk and not walk it out?
Well, I'll tell you this. I've been quiet. God been working on me, stretching on me, preparing me, and I've been thinking a long time about what I should say, what I should do. So I feel like everything that I've been through, every tear, every late night, every burden, I see the city. Like I said, I run a funeral home, so I see it's hurting. And I don't just see it, I feel it. So I feel the mothers crying, the families struggling, the weight of a community that overlooked for so long. I run the dean of a school. I'm the dean of the school. So I went to the Lord this morning, I asked him, I said, if not me, then who? So I made a decision that I'm going to run for mayor as well.
Whoa, that is breaking news. Say that one more time for us.
Yeah, I gotta do it. I'm going to step out on faith because it's necessary. I got to do it. So I'm running for mayor. I just got my campaign set up this morning, and I made a decision with my family that I need to run for mayor. I'm the dean. I've been all around the city. You know what I mean? So now I don't want it for power or the title. I want it for change, people, and for purpose. So I have a lot of respect for Pearson and the other Mecca lady. I think they're amazing. But I think that they haven't been through what I've been through with the city. I've talked to kids. Like I said, I'm a dean. I've dealt with adults, all those types. From the hood to suburbs, whatever. So I've dealt with that with the funeral home. So yeah, I'm running for mayor. Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and put that out there. I'm running for mayor. Absolutely.
That being said, that's wonderful to hear. We need to get a city more options to choose from instead of feeling like they have to just choose between two individuals. So that's wonderful news. So with everything you've built, what kind of legacy are you trying to leave behind for your kids and now for your grandkids?
When it's all said and done, I always tell my son I want to be remembered for my impact. I want them to say that I showed up for people when it mattered. you know, that's why I'm running for mayor. I don't want people to just talk about the change. I became part of it. So I want to leave behind a legacy of faith. That when I'm dead and gone, I know my kids are gonna go through things, but I want them to know that even when life is heavy, I still trust the God. So I want, I want my life to pull back and point back to something greater than me. So if I leave anything behind, let it be hope, let it be love, let it be proof that no matter where I started, I still made it. When I was just talking to my homegirl earlier, I said I don't want to just be successful. I want to be meaningful. So that's the legacy that they're gonna get from me. I'm gonna make a change.
Is this going to be a shock to the people that you're taking this step in this direction? Like, legacy, you've accomplished that. You have multiple businesses. You're supporting the community through and through. Now taking one more step further to running the mayor's race. This is a big step to finish off that legacy.
I think it'll be a surprise, but I've like I said, I've done so much. Like you said, I've done so much. You can't name one failure under me. Everything that I've done has succeeded. I've been good. And like I said, I don't want to run for mayor just to hold a title, right? Some of them need that to hold their finances together. That's why they're doing it. Right? But I'm running because I think that leadership is not about power, it's about service. And I put those years in, right? It's about standing in the gap and being willing to do the hard work when nobody else wants to. So, I don't know. I say I would run because I believe that if God placed compassion in my heart, it wasn't meant to stay silent. It was meant to move. So I'm not running for attention. I don't really care. I'm running because I care too much to sit still. So, yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready. They know I'm ready. I'm ready. I can't wait for the debates.
So that's perfect. That was going to be my next question. Are you willing to hop into these debates and hop into this race? Are you running a clean race? Like, there's so much we now want to ask you. We're definitely going to have you back on the show. But what is your campaign plan?
When I first started this, I was scared. I wasn't ready. I think first I'm going to listen. Before I change anything, I don't want to announce big ideas. I want to hear the people, the mothers, the fathers, the young people, the elders. I want to understand what they carry, not just what the headlines say, right? Everybody runs the crime. So I'm going to be present. I just had a talk with so many kids in the schools. A lot of them are depressed and they're only 17, 18. So I feel like a city can't grow if its people don't feel safe. And a city can't thrive if its youth don't have direction. So I'm here about that. So this campaign is not about politics. It's about the people. It's about purpose. It's about change that they're going to be able to feel in their everyday life. So I'm excited. I'm very excited. I believe that when your heart is in the right direction, your decisions will follow in the right direction. I think my message will be, don't give up. No matter what nobody says, a man says, whatever, don't give up. You go through certain things in life and people just tend to freeze and give up and start losing faith. Faith is the root of all success and happiness. If you keep it, you got it. So that's all I want to say to the people. I'm ready to represent them well. Every door I walk through, I'm going to represent them well. So I'm excited. But I do want to thank y'all for having me on the show. And I'm excited because the debate is Sunday night. And I'm so excited because it's in this building. And so I'll be back. But I was hoping that one day maybe you may have me and the rest of the two candidates that are running. Is